Okay, YouTube, we're live. I don't even have anything to open this yet. I got this for my birthday for the family. Because they're like, he's 18, let's get him a Lego set. I'm just kidding, I asked for it. um, so I have Stream Chat pulled up on my phone here, so that's how I'm gonna answer Stream Chat. Cause I mean, I can kind of do it on here, but the setup is kind of weird. Also, don't mind all these marks here. I got bored during quarantine, so I decided to do that. She was here. What's up, man? I'm glad to see you. Let me go get like a knife or some scissors so I can open up this box. It's not opened. So, yeah, let me go do that real quick. Okay, I'm back. Here we go. Lopsided, what's up? Marcel, what's up? Max, what's up? How are y'all? Thanks for the happy birthdays. Here we go. Let's start unboxing this. Now, it's not going to be the best quality stream. I've never done this before, so but I thought we could do it. I want to put some music on in the background. Makes it a little bit more cozy. What does this sound like? I can't hear it. Oh, my sound's down on my computer. Okay. Here we go. Alex, what's up? Thanks for the happy birthdays. I haven't built a Lego set this size in a long time, so I can't wait. I'm very excited. But I always hated getting the tape off. The box is here. Okay. There's bag 8. Jesus, gonna be a long time. I'm not building the whole thing tonight, for the record. I ain't building the whole thing. So I'll be here forever. There's bag 6. Show them off my bed here. Bag 7. Bag 2. I don't know how much I'm going to build tonight. I have some homework I have to do. So, what's up, Chris? That's my cousin, Chris. Iron Inquisitor, what's up? Thanks for the happy birthdays, as always. Celebrating my 18th birthday by building a Lego set. Here's the instruction manual, and look at that. It's actually put in like some plastic sealing. That way it doesn't get bent. So that's cool. But this instruction manual is like thick, so it's one of those that you keep for keepsakes purposes. So that's cool. Gosh, I'm reading so much trash during the night, and I missed. There's bag 3. There's bag 1, so we'll obviously start with this one. This also comes with, I don't know if you guys can see this, but it comes with like a speeder bike there at the bottom left corner. My bottom left, and then it has a little turret there. So that's cool. So I'm sure that's what I'll be building here, and then of course I have a bunch of figures in there. So we'll build that tonight, or I'll start with that. This is bag 5. got bag 4, and I think that's it. So let's get started. So starting off, I prefer the Lego sets that number the bags. I think it's so much easier. Who bought you this for her birthday? My mom and my sister. I guess and my brother too. They all bought. This is all the present they got me. Haven't had Legos in years. Same. It's actually I guess the last set I had was that ATST from The Mandalorian, which was a fun build. It's all downhill from here. Oh, that's true. Thanks, Jacob. Last time I built a Lego in 2015, I was 28. My wife got me an Imperial Star Destroyer from her. Hey, that's cool. Looks sick. I agree. If you skip the rest of 2022, I'll have 7 years before that age. Dang, you're getting old, Alex. I'm just kidding. Max, last time I built a Lego set, it wasn't too long ago. A few months ago, it was a Republic IFT set that comes with a mace and oh, that's cool. Anyway, let's get started. Obviously, our great instruction manual. That's not bent or anything, like how they typically are. So, bag 1, we're gonna start out with building some figures as always. As you know, how Lego sets work, you know that that's what we need to start with. So much trash right into the night. Yeah, most of this is just figures. I think we're going to build that little turret. I see the turret, the actual gun. Whoa, heads are falling over. See the gun here. So, probably build that turret with this bag. So it's like it's the AT-AT itself, and then it comes with, like I said, the turret, and then it comes with a speeder bike. So that's cool. So I think we're going to build Luke first in his pilot uniform. So that's pretty cool. Oh man, he looks so good. The printing. Here's his face. The visor looks really cool. It's not just like a plain orange like I remember it being. And his helmet. I think that's it. And that's lightsaber. I hope this doesn't get boring. This is gonna be a somewhat long stream. I'm not gonna. Where's his lightsaber blade? Oh, here it is. I haven't gotten a new Lego Jedi in so long. And the lighting is kind of bad, so if I have to, I'll pull my flash out if you guys want to get a better look. But here's Luke. You can kind of see him there. It's pretty cool. I'm not going to do like a full review on this set. I'm just going to build it. And then we're going to build a Stormtrooper. Snow trooper, whatever. They're snow troopers. It's interesting. The hit pieces are actually printed on here. They're not like a separate piece like they used to be. It's kind of cool. Actually, I would prefer if it was like a separate piece. But whatever. That way it looks better. But whatever. It's still cool. And it's just build. I believe 2 of these. It looks like there's 2 of these. Snow troopers. There's a snow trooper. Again, you can't really see it because the lighting sucks where I'm at. In fact, what I may do, I'm gonna go get my lamp real quick and probably put it right here. Like it's a clip-on lamp. I'll be back in a sec. I hope it's not too bright. I hope it didn't get shot. Okay, that should work. And we gotta plug it in. Ooh. That's not bad actually. That'll work. You can see my board markings I made during quarantine. That wasn't fun. Anyway, you guys can see me better now. kind of. I may just point it up a little bit. Actually, I think that'll be better. Oh, that's on him. Wait, what? Oh, it does. For some reason, this stormtrooper looks like he's really tired of his job. I don't blame him. Sorry, I'm not reading stream chat. I'm kind of focusing here. But there's the second trooper. You can see that better. A little bit there. So let's start building the actual turret, it looks like. These are some cool pieces. It's kind of cool to see how Lego, because I've been a fan of Lego for years now, since at least 2010, 2011, something like that. It's been a long time. So I remember in I believe it was the Padawan Menace, that Lego movie they made. And C-3PO is given an instruction manual, and he's like, there's no instructions on here. There's no words on here. How am I supposed to follow this? Oh, that was funny. It looks like we're also building the speeder bike too. I guess this turret is not that big of a build. We need this piece here. This piece. And we need I think this is like a little skateboard. It looks like a skateboard piece. A mini one. It looks cool though. Then we put it right here. Some of these pieces I've never seen before. Where's that piece? There it is. Ooh, that looks cool. See, I'm like geeking out because I've never seen a lot of these pieces before. Like brand new to me. What kind of monster doesn't like Lego? Old people. Okay, there's that. And then we need like a little black lightsaber blade piece. Partition there. Then we need a clip. That's cool. They use like these little black gun pieces as the feet. That's cool. Very creative. And then I need another one. Here's one. I can already see I got a spare lightsaber handle piece, which I don't complain about at all. I think that's it. This is the I guess that's for the speeder. Not this, but there's the little turret there. Very creative, but a lot of cool pieces there that they used. And I guess I can take a snowtrooper. And there's more figures in this set, by the way. There we go, look. If you don't play with your Legos, even because you're older, if you don't play with them because you're older, you're a moron. Play with your Legos. Just kidding. That's cool, though. That looks cool. Here's a final look at it. Little turret there. It's cool. And now we get to the speeder bike. Lego speeder bikes are so cool to me. So let's get to it. Anyway, how's y'all's night been going? Y'all's day? My day's been awesome. It's been really good today. It is my birthday, so of course I would hope it's good. And it was. I'm very thankful for that. I love Lance making the laser sounds. Me too. Iron. Almost forgot your name there. Almost called you Marcel there. That's my way of calling you old, Iron. Is calling you Marcel. Just kidding. Just kidding. Just kidding. Y'all share the stream. Let's get some more people up in here. And we take those two of these, put them on top of each other. Iron. Yeah, I know. It's funny. Oh. I was like, wait, what is it asking me? I guess the speeder is going to be a lot smaller than I thought it was. Or I should say, than I thought it would be. Not that that's a problem. Didn't really expect it, you know. Now I'm asking y'all a question. Have y'all ever, those who have built Lego sets? Which, if you never built a Lego set before, what are you doing? You're like, how does this piece go on here? I don't get it. Oh, I used the wrong version of that piece. Okay. Anyway, here's my question. Have you guys ever bought a Lego set and it actually didn't, like, it was missing pieces? Have y'all ever had that? I've never experienced that. So I'm wondering if y'all have. Because I've like I said, I've never experienced something like that. So let me know if y'all have. I mean, that's really rare. Yes. Dude, like I said, I've never experienced that. And I've built tons of Lego sets and in my years. I've built a lot. So almost done with this first bag here, which I know won't take long. It's all the extra builds. Get those out of the way. And then we'll start building the main event for tonight. I should have gotten a refund from those Danish cheapskates. I haven't, but I recall instantly losing pieces. Now I've never had a Lego set missing pieces, but I have had an IKEA set missing a piece. That's funny. The speeder it's already looking good. It's looking good. Turn it around. What? Okay. Sorry, I'm getting quiet here. Just, focusing a little bit. Focusing on what's really important in life. Legos. I never knew Lego was Danish until I met. Y'all don't know it was Danish? I did. Until I met this foreign exchange student from Denmark. Oh, that's cool. Let's talk about the Boba Fett head and display. I remember hoping there weren't any missing pieces that affected the set. To be honest, the Lego games from the 2000 eras are great, especially. Yeah. I really haven't played too many Lego games outside of, like, Star Wars, obviously, but. Alright. Oh, I skipped something. think. Yeah, I did. Be cool to if I could get like a land speeder. Not a land speeder, a snow speeder. What is wrong with me? All right, there's little handlebars. Almost done here. Oh, I can't see it. All right, we got a little speeder there built. That's pretty cool. I'd like to put some of the extra pieces on just to make it look cooler, but where do these thermal detonators come into play? I was given. Maybe they go to Luke. They're probably going with Luke. I'm just stupid, didn't see it. Yeah, they go with Luke. Luke comes with. I was given 2 thermal detonators, but I'm sure that's just an extra piece. But Luke comes with a thermal detonator there. That's cool. So, and then now I have an extra thermal detonator. So, and then these are just all extra pieces now. There we go. We got the speeder built, and then we got the little turret built. So, there's the turret. I don't know where to put these extra pieces. I have like an old cup here full of Legos. So I'm gonna put it in here. Full of I don't know why it has Legos in there, but whatever. And then, of course, we have a speeder. I wonder if there's a place I can put his gun at. I guess not. So I guess I can just hold on to it. I have a million of those pieces anyway. This is a cool little speeder. What are y'all's thoughts on this stuff so far? I can put the Lego guy in here. Okay, he's in there. There we go. Looky there. He's in a speeder. He's ready to go murder some rebels. Kill all the rebels. Murder them all. I'm such a kid. I'm 18, guys, and I'm acting like this. So yeah, there we go. That's pretty cool, right? That's pretty cool. And of course we have Luke, but I mean nobody really cares about Luke. So yeah. Anyway, there's that. Let's move on to the next bag, which is bag 2. Bag number 2. How long was he streaming for? Lance live stream building Lego. And then we'll fall back here, more goodies and stuff. Now we're actually going to start building the AT-AT. So, let's get it. Okay, let's flatten this out here so I can see what I'm doing. Okay, we're here, we're ready, we're gonna start building. And I'm already not finding a piece that I need. Oh, here it is. What piece? Where's that piece? There it is, there's one. And I'm gonna have to do this over a period of several live streams. If I'm gonna be up until like 1 o'clock, like 2 or 3 in the morning, maybe by the time I'm done with this. Maybe, I'm not sure, but I'd be up kind of late. Man, I obviously can't do that. I have school, so. Come on. So, where are the pieces? Where my piece at? This is pretty common for me with Lego when I'm looking for. Sometimes I get lost and I can't find a piece. I won't get lost, but I just can't find what I'm looking for. Oh, fun, bros. Building Legos is so meditative, which sounds weird and kind of cringe, but it is. It's very meditative. It can be if you want it to be. If you love building Legos, then you probably find it meditative. You know, there's one Lego set or type of Lego set that I've never built, and it's techno sets. I've never built any of those. I've kind of never found techno to be that like that. I don't know, interesting, I guess. It just didn't look appealing. I like the bricks. I like putting bricks together. I don't like putting techno pieces together. It's boring. Wait, what? Oh. I got confused there. I hear the airplane. There's an airplane going by my house. At least I think it's an airplane. It sounds like an airplane. Unless it's like a big helicopter. Lance's Lego birthday stream bash. Yep. See, my viewership has kind of gone down. It's like people were like, it's a cool idea at first. Yeah, we're not going to stay here very long because, you know, he's been streaming for however long and I have just now started the AT-AT itself. But that's how LEGO streams work. Whoa! I didn't want to roast people on Twitter today like I did a couple nights ago, but I don't know. I went ahead and thought, I said this would be a little bit more interesting. But that was a lot of fun, roasting all those people on Twitter. That was fun when we did that. Do not regret it. How do you know it's a plane? Could be walrus. Could be Walroo. As far as we know, you know. Could be him. Man, this is boring. I'd be bored if I were y'all. I'm trying to make this entertaining. If one of y'all want to come on, actually, I can let some of y'all on. I like one person, I'd say. So whoever joins first, I'm gonna let on. Whoever joins first. I'm just gonna let one person on because I don't want to distract from the building. But I just want someone to talk to. That way it's interesting, you know. But first person that gets on, gets on. I'll let them stream. Just the first person though, like it. What's up, Nazo?
Yo.
Have you been?
Do I sound too low?
You sound good, man.
Okay. No, I'm never sure with these if I sound too low or not. Yeah, happy birthday, by the way.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that.
Yeah, no, I honestly I didn't even know until you meant like I saw you notifications Lego birthday. I'm like, oh, cool.
Yep.
And honestly, dude, like I'm in my 30s, so like I can chill watch a stream.
Yeah. Well, a lot of people have short attention spans, so they can't.
I too have a short attention span, but that doesn't mean I can't pay attention from time to time.
Right. It's just not that short compared to.
Yeah.
If it was me, I would never sit down and watch like a 3-hour Lego stream. But that's just me.
Dude, I sit through like the extended editions of Lord of the Rings. I can sit through this. Not that those are boring, because those are fantastic, but
I've never watched Lord of the Rings, never read Lord of the Rings yet. I do want to read it though. Should I read the book first?
I haven't read the books yet either, but I've heard good things. At worst, if I feel like I don't have time, I might just do like might just see if there's like audiobooks available on Audible or YouTube, just to get it done and over with.
Yep.
My buddy Thomas actually got me the books a while back. I was reading The Hobbit for a little bit. Oh.
Well, Mom is calling. Just kidding.
No. She just wants me to talk in another room.
Oh, fair enough.
Apparently, I'm annoying.
What are you on about?
I get told that on Twitter all the time. Don't worry. Okay.
I think we had this music last stream.
Yeah, StreamYard, there's like an option where you can play like music that they provide. So
Right.
What I do, because I haven't bought StreamYard and I don't plan on buying it. Just stream service. I'm not going to pay money for that.
Yeah. No. Like that's what most people do anyway. They just stream for like an hour or two and then just whatever.
Yeah. I'm getting close to finishing this bag here, which it actually didn't take very long.
I can't believe I can't believe Iron Inquisitor said his favorite thing was Waru. I'm like, dude, it's a sentient meat cube.
I mean, who knows what that thing sounds like at this point? I mean, Waru is so strange.
Well,
But-
he's strange because like it's not really like a normal like Star Wars has never really been normal or presidented, but like that's odd for Star Wars.
Yeah, but I honestly don't have an issue with it. I think he showed up in one book. So it's like-
He doesn't really affect the universe as a whole. If he showed up more often, it might be a little weirder.
Yeah.
Or it might make things infinitely more interesting. You never know. Maybe he's even if he's like a different dimension, maybe he's similar to like those old celestial beings from that obscure Alan Moore comic, the Talatni Throws a Shape.
Yeah.
That one was weird.
Oh, what's interesting
Yep.
is
Yes.
Joe
No, go ahead.
Bongiorno's Supernatural Encounters. We'll touch.
I
on
heard
that.
about that. Yeah, no, I've heard about that from a couple Matt streams, and I'm curious as to when that's coming out. And I'm also curious as to when the hell Lightsider is coming out.
Well, Supernatural Encounters should be out by the end of the year. Lightsider, I really don't know.
Yeah, but I know Matt hasn't really given us like a definitive date on that, but I am curious because I do like Dark Empire.
Yeah.
That was
I'm a-
actually one of. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I'm kind of indifferent to Dark Empire. I see why people like it, but like I wasn't amazed when I read it. So
Honestly, it really intrigued me as a kid. It actually intrigued me more than Thrawn did. Like when I first noticed Thrawn, I was like, yeah, I don't really. This guy doesn't look really interesting. I was a bit more into the whole, the stereotypical, Jedi and Sith or everything back when I was younger.
yeah.
And then like years later, I discovered him, and I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah, I mean, I understand why. I don't know. I think Thrawn is just so unique. It's like you honestly forget he's not a Jedi or Sith.
No, he's one of those interesting non-humans, and even some great characters have come off of the back of his existence, like Pelion.
Yeah. Pelion, I think he's a way better character than Thrawn. I don't know if that's a hot take, but
I might agree with you there. Like, I actually haven't gone through the later books yet. I do plan to, but from what I've heard from like Matt's old videos, like he seems like a very interesting and compelling character.
yeah. I mean, in the NCO is really when he shines, I think.
Yeah, because that's when he kind of joins forces with what's left of the New Republic.
Yep. He was actually pretty neutral during the war for most of it, but it was really towards the end when he joined the New Republic, or at that time it was the Galactic Alliance.
What was it? Galactic Federation of Free Alliances.
Yep.
They had to have that Galaxy Far Far Away pseudonym.
Yep. And I have no issue with it. I think it's pretty cool. Matt had an issue with it for some reason, but
I get why, and I am glad that they eventually shortened it down to Galactic Alliance because that's just easier to say. And even then, they shorted that down to just saying GA.
yeah.
Which makes sense when there's a shifting when a government shifts, like it has like an initial process name, because I think what was it in the original Marvel run, they had a different name for the New Republic. It was like the Galactic Federation or something like that.
It was the Alliance of Free Planets.
Okay, Alliance of Free Planets, which made
Wait.
sense.
Or like an original name for what? Like the Republic or the Rebellion?
The after the rebellion defeated the Empire at Endor,
Yeah.
they pretty much started to form their own government. And from what I heard from the original Marvel run, they were like, I can't remember exactly. It was like I think it was just the Alliance of Free Planets or the Federation of Free Planets. I can't remember which.
Yeah,
But
it's the Alliance of Free Planets. I know.
okay, and then after that after they had started taking Coruscant and everything, they went straight to, okay, we're officially the New Republic.
Yeah, and even 108 kind of touched on that. The new comic that came out a couple years ago, Marvel 108. It talked about the Alliance of Free Planets and how it became the New Republic.
After I get the original Marvel run, I'm probably just gonna go for like the omnibuses or the Epic collections. I'm probably gonna get Marvel 108 because that intrigues me a great deal that they actually released in 2019 new expanded universe.
Yeah, and it was pretty successful from what I've been. I don't have that I don't have it either, but from what I've been told, it was pretty successful. So
Makes sense.
It's EU.
Yeah. Well, honestly, I wish that like that followed a path and it actually led to more expanded universe stuff being made. And again, it doesn't have to detract, because something people say is like, well, if they make new expanded universe stuff, it's just going to take attention away from the Disney canon. I'm like, no, you've already kind of. Well, what I said, yeah, no, what I meant was like, it's gonna take attention away from the Disney canon in the sense of like, people will be confused, and I'm like, no, people won't be confused because you already kind of cleared up the confusion when you stuck a huge yellow Legends banner on the expanded universe books.
Yeah.
So literally, all you have to do is put a Legends banner on any new books, and there will be no problem.
Did I skip a page? I think I skipped a page.
Which set is this exactly?
This is the AT, like the number, like the set number.
Hmm.
Yeah.
It's an AT-AT set?
Yeah.
Okay.
There's the box. You can kind of see that. So, AT-AT. Or
I never. Oh, sorry. At. I never got many of like these Lego sets back in the day, unfortunately.
And neither did I. I never got a whole lot of the bigger sets. I just got the smaller or medium-sized sets, but it was always the bigger sets that were the best.
Hmm.
If I can put my piece on, thank you.
Iron Inquisitor. I went down to my comic store first day that Marvel 108 came out and picked it up. Good for you, man.
See, I wasn't an EU fan at the time, so I didn't know about it.
Yeah. And again, that's something you can still get with time at like whether in my opinion, whether you get it in the Epic collections or whether you get it in an old omnibus, like you're still getting, or hell, even like if you want to be like a really like you try to track down every single issue of the original Marvel run.
Yep.
But yeah, no, like there's like however you get it, because I've got more than a few of the Epic collections, and I honestly don't give a single crap that it has the big yellow Legends banner on it. What I care about is the story within it. Is pretty much what matters to me.
Well,
and yeah,
I prefer like getting Dark Horse trades. I've showed my trades on other streams. It's not that I hate the Epic collection. I don't. I have the Dark Empire Epic collection. So
Yeah,
consider it
because all the other Dark Empire hardcovers were expensive. I got mine back in the day. It's a little faded on the ends with the paper wrap, but like the book itself is still very solid.
Yeah.
I know I shouldn't have, but I dropped that. I dropped $100 on that one that John Jackson Miller did a while back for KOTOR.
Yeah, and no, that was good actually. That I didn't buy that one, but a hardback, the entire 50 issue series in a hardback for only $100, that's a good price.
I would, and no joke, I would do the same thing, even though I already have I had all the individual issues back in the day, but I wanted something easier to read, so I got the trade paperbacks. But if they had it, I would absolutely buy a hardcover for Star Wars Legacy. I grew up with that comic, so it's very near and dear to me.
Yep. Where is this? I think it just goes here. Bam.
I was so excited in 2019 when that happened. Yeah, I bet, man.
I would be, sorry my language, I'd be shitting balls if I saw an announcement like that. I'd be freaking out.
What, for a hardcover of Legacy?
Well, no, a new EU announcement.
Oh, yeah, no, definitely. I would be trying to share that to anybody and everybody I can. Hey, support this.
Yeah.
we must make this the most sold item available.
We got to show them that we care.
Yeah. I know a lot of it, at least got back in the day, a lot of it got like kind of like the wrong type of press, because they were I wasn't sure if it was, what was it, Del Rey or Marvel or something, but like when people spammed that they wanted more expanded universe, they were kind of labeled as trolls or something.
Basically, yeah. Well, I got that whole bag finished.
Czar Boris is asking if you can let him in. I can't decide who gets in.
I'm not sorry, Czar, but I'm not letting you in. I only wanted to let one person in. First come, first serve.
Well, if you want, I can exit out and he can come in.
Oh no! I don't even know who that is, so I'm probably not gonna bring him on stream. Sorry, Czar.
I'm not sure, but I think Czar we might have met before. Quinlan Voss. What's up, Lance? Happy birthday. Now can you head to Matt's and it won't be weird?
Actually, I do plan on visiting him this summer.
Oh, really?
Yeah. He only lives like 4 hours away from me. He's not that far.
If you ever can, like, when you go there, can you convey a message from me to him saying, I want the Yub Nub and you adventures?
For sure, man.
I was joking around saying, like, I want like a series of adventure books where it's him and Yub Nub cruising around space.
I'm sure he would do that. I have 2 extra brick pieces, and I don't know if I used them. Well, I haven't used them, obviously, but I don't know if I'm supposed to.
I'm sorry. I'm remembering. I'm remembering something hilarious I watched the other day. It was an old SNL bit when like the Hobbit movies were first coming out, and they were making jokes about it. Peter Jackson splitting it into like 15 movies. One of them was literally the dwarves putting together IKEA furniture. There, finished. What do I do with these 2? Shit.
Man, I have a feeling. That can't be an extra piece. These are bricks. Those are usually never extra pieces. So I don't know where I may have missed placing these.
There's always like that minor detail you miss. Like,
yeah.
Okay, where do these go?
Man, where do they go? Where do they go? I mean, I don't know if I need to put them on.
Well, as long as they're not necessary to the infrastructure. Quinlan Voss, yes. Yub Nub and Matt,
Yes,
the quest for baloney.
yes. Still struggling.
Alex said Czar is amazing. I'm not sure who. Still not sure who Czar is.
I don't know who it is either.
Iron
Sorry,
Inquisitor. I found Yub Nub in 1997 issue of Insider. Apparently, the Ewoks stuffy is a rare collector's item. Yeah, I've seen a few on eBay myself. There's one without there's like one without the headpiece, and that's the cheapest one. And it's like, what is it, like $118 on its own? Most of the ones that have the headpiece are like $200 to $500, man.
well, I can't really find it. I mean, I know where I used because there's 4 of these brick pieces, and I think I know where. Unless I just used the wrong color, which I guess doesn't really matter. Oh no, it's not that I used the wrong color or anything. Just I forgot to put the piece in there. Oh gosh. But I found the mistake. Ugh. Alright, I think we're done with this. Yay! There's...
You found where those 2 pieces go?
I did.
All right.
Now let's go and start back 3. How long have I been streaming for? I'm not sure.
Looks like 52 minutes.
Okay, that's not bad. I'm gonna want to end the stream in like 15 minutes though, because I've got homework that I need to do. Yeah,
Oh boy,
homework on my birthday. It sucks.
it's probably not something that can wait until tomorrow either, is it?
No.
Oh, fun.
Okay, let me get this piece back on here.
Quinlan Voss, I have 2 Ewoks plushies. They're from the 80s that came in a cereal box. Matt seemed pretty jealous. I'll bet. They are Nippet and Willie. Willie being an EU only character. Makes sense. Marcel. Well, guess you gotta start all over again. Oh, that was from the Legos.
Welcome to the
Lance.
club, man.
Oh. Lance, have you any of that sweet, sweet velveteen mac and cheese yet that Matt recommends so much? You have graduated from the days of Kraft.
I haven't had any of that. I used to eat a whole lot of that stuff when I was little, but not a whole lot anymore. All right, it's time for back 3.
Oh boy.
Whoa.
Marcel. Nazo, you said earlier you're in your 30s. Welcome to the club, man. Yeah. Feeling good. Old man. Yes, thank you, Alex. Nazo, I'm a huge Billy fan. Awesome to see some love for the guy. Oh man, I freaking love Billy. Most people, whenever they see this character, they're like, "Why do you look like the devil?" I'm like, "This is Billy from the Republic comics."
It's a Star Wars character, I promise.
Yes, no, it is. No, I think what made me fall in love with Billy was no joke the Deveronian version. That comic, right? Like I was already like liking his character and a lot of his like side stuff with like Quinlan Voss, like Twilight and Darkness and stuff like that. But like Deveronian version is what made me like go, yes, this guy is amazing. No, there's nothing better than a story told by an unreliable narrator. Particularly if you know for a fact he's bullying you. I half expect some of the more out there stories of Disney canon are just stuff he's told. Like Resistance, that has to be a Billy story. That's too dumb not to be.
Just put 11 of these little blue pieces on. Okay, let me count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, I have all 11 on.
Nothing missing.
Nothing missing.
That's good. People thought Darth Nihilus' profile picture was a horror character because of the mask. Yeah, I can see that. Be quiet, Alex. It's past your bedtime, even in peace. Lance, couldn't you just make your screen full screen and have full 6 people? That's from Alex, by the way.
Oh yeah, I forget how to do that.
He wants to commandeer your birthday stream.
Is that what you're talking about, Alex? I guess that's what he's talking about. I don't know.
I don't know.
Let's do that.
Hey, I'm tiny. I'm tiny now.
I'm following Alex's advice. Where's that 2x2 or 1x2?
Is Ahsoka the one with the purple hair that went into hyperspace and crashed into another ship? No, it's Holdo. Why you no pay attention?
Nah, I'm pretty sure it's Ahsoka.
Probably.
That's something she would do.
Yes, Billy invented Ahsoka confirmed. Figment of Billy's spiced out mind. I wouldn't put it past him.
I guess if more people want to join.
Grown Sith Lord was bested by 14-year-old girl.
String. Oh man, I hate string.
Oh, there's string involved in this?
Look, that's string, bro.
How complicated is that? I've never done a string thing.
It's not fun. I hate it. I hate string in Lego sets. But
hello, Quinlan.
Hello.
What's up, Quinlan? I still can't find it. I just had a way better day because I found the piece I was looking for. Yes, I've had a good day. What about you?
Yeah, it's been okay.
Don't mind me, I'm just chilling to the background music.
Me too.
It's weird being on someone else's stream. I mean, I've been on streams before, just like never someone but my buddy Netcats.
Yeah. I brought you along because I was bored and I wanted to talk while we do this.
I get you.
Because it was getting quiet and because it made me feel like that it was boring.
I kept trying to comment in the comment section to avoid any sort of boredom. Oh, there's Marcel.
Hello.
Hello,
Oh,
Dave
hello.
Filoni clone.
Oh God.
I'm just kidding. Dave Filoni is Villy's pseudonym name.
Yeah, because if Billy invented Ahsoka, and yeah, we've got the two creators of Ahsoka right here with us.
You know, my daughter loves Ahsoka, so I don't know. I mean, she appeals to
I didn't
some demographic.
I didn't really have any issue with Ahsoka until the Book of Boba Fett, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Like, I get, like, her being in Rebels was fine, in my opinion. Even that little cameo in the Book of Boba Fett, or not the Book of Boba Fett, but the second season of Mandalorian. And then, like, we heard that she was getting her own show. I'm like, okay. In which case, like, I'm like, okay, maybe that would be a good way to end her story. And then, nope, she's also in the Book of Boba Fett. Nope, we're pretty much having her origin story in Tales of the Jedi series. I'm like, yeah, you're oversaturating her.
I can't wait for the Thrawn trilogy remake with Ahsoka going up against Thrawn. That's gonna be great.
That might literally cause me to put a gun to my head.
First, you have to do me in. Then you can put the gun to your own head. Okay.
Someone has to kill everyone before
Yeah.
getting themselves.
It's like Hermes from Futurama. Or not Hermes, Dr. Farnsworth from I don't want to live on this planet anymore.
Right.
Oh crap! I dropped a Lego piece.
Oh, end the stream. It's ruined.
Seriously.
Start again.
That was expected, though, because again, this is I was more careless with my Legos than you are being right now when I was a kid. But like, I always expect to lose at least one piece.
Oh yeah, that's a given. They should put that on the box.
Big bold letters. Oh boy, epic Lego set. Expect to lose one piece.
One piece loss guaranteed every time.
Like I wouldn't have as much of an issue with Ahsoka if she blended into the background.
Yeah. See, like, that's the thing is, I wouldn't be surprised if they had Ahsoka in every single era in the Disney canon. She just goes back in time to the Old Republic era, the Dawn of the Jedi.
Well, here's the thing. I've got friends who are fans of the Disney era.
Yeah.
And when Dave Filoni implied that Ahsoka might still be alive by the time of the sequels, even they were like, no, she's dead by that point. She's noticed as a Force ghost. Your headcanon's not going to work this time, Dave.
Right. I was going to ask, they think she's dead because you hear her voice in Rise of Skywalker?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he had that whole excuse. Well, that's the funny thing, you know?
Yeah.
See, I stopped following the Disney canon, but I'm content with Ahsoka was in the old timeline, sure, but she kind of didn't have as much spotlight as she's seemingly getting in the new canon, which it's fine by me if she steals the spotlight in the new canon. All the more reason to switch to the old timeline.
Pretty much. That's why I did.
I saw on Twitter, I think it was either today or yesterday. I can't remember because the days all blend together now. But I think it was EU Commando said that in his headcanon, Ahsoka's a paid actor. And
I
because
remember that comment. Yeah, that makes sense.
Part of the Clone Wars like reels.
yeah, that's right.
From
It was
Fantasy Flight.
based on that tweet because I had that clip from an old Matt Wilkins expanded universe
Yeah,
video
You started
Yeah.
a war the other day.
with yeah. Well, here's the thing. I can see where Stig is coming from.
Yeah.
Even if you account with everything else, there's also the possibility that like Palpatine knew where Yoda was on Dagobah, or knew about Dagobah at least, and that he was aware of which, to be fair, if you're going by that, Palpatine did kind of know he was on Korriban at least, or Morabend as they.
I don't know why they changed the name. It's so stupid. It's
I actually came up with a good in-universe reason as to why they would change it.
hit me with it.
Because they were so worried about like somebody discovering the Sith, they altered the name in Galactic Records because it almost kind of became like a curse word to say Korriban.
It's kind of cool.
Yeah, I can come up with in-universe explanation, and I did come up with my own fan explanation, and it kind of works because even Stig was like, "That's actually not a bad idea." And it's the idea that the Obi-Wan, Anakin, and Ahsoka that are in that go to like the Mortis Temple or whatever, that Thoyor looking pyramid,
Yeah.
are from another universe, and billions of years before his version of Anakin was even born, the father pulled them in from that alternate universe.
To see if he could bring balance to the Force that way.
Yeah, he tried to bring balance way too early, and obviously it didn't work out, so he had to send them back.
I think I read that. You tweeted that the other day. I think I read that.
Yeah, it was just my own little and honestly, I think it works because that way, like, a lot of the propaganda still works.
Right.
I'm not mad at that at all. That actually adds up quite a bit.
Well, because remember and this is just what I've heard about. I've never actually read like any of the Fate of the Jedi books, but I know that the Maw is kind of like an anomaly that even kind of has like the concept of time travel because of Paul S. Kemp's Cross Current book.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So I wouldn't put it beyond the realm of possibility that the father would have the ability to reach into another dimension. Hell, we were just talking about Waru a minute ago.
Right.
And about how he can cross dimensions. So I would never put it past the father to be like that.
Maybe supernatural encounters will give us all the answers we've been looking for.
That would be fantastic. If Bongiorno has a very similar concept to mine, then we could pretty much consider it canon by that point.
Well, it would be, because, I mean, even though he's adding all kinds of stuff in at this point, he has the records that he was, contracted to create a book for Star Wars of that time period. And he had to trim it down, and now he's just adding all that stuff back in and more. I really don't see... I know some people are saying it's going to be kind of fan-fiction-y, supernatural encounters, but he has all the records. To me, it's 100% EU.
Oh, I believe it. If anybody's got like the expanded universe down to a T, the only thing that he has on there that I don't like that it's considered EU, and that's just my personal issue. Because I know for a fact back in the day it was canon to the EU. The short comic George R. Binks.
Oh, right.
I actually think that fits.
That one pisses me off because it's clear as day like an insult to George, in my opinion. Because I know for a fact George likes Jar Jar because so many people like hated on him unnecessarily.
Right.
So if that comic, just to me, it felt like, and I know EU Commando tried to tell me that it wasn't because some of the Tales stories weren't canon, and even Wikipedia tells you, these ones are canon, these ones aren't. And there are some of the short stories and tales that I think are way more worthy of the expanded universe's canon than George R. Binks.
There's the story Ghost, which is about Quinlan Voss meeting a young Han
Oh yeah,
Solo.
no, that one should be more considered EU than fucking George R. Binks.
Wikipedia says that it's non-canon, and like sometimes I feel like they don't know what they're talking about at all. Like the Fantasy Flight game stuff on Wikipedia, it's quite murky. What is what? It doesn't seem like there's much logic to it. Yeah, Christopher Nelson has just said Wikipedia is not a definitive source.
Well, not anymore.
No.
I think I use Bongiorno's, like, other than like articles on particular characters. I think I use Bongiorno's site for chronology and stuff more than I use Wikipedia.
I think Bongiorno's timeline is really great, really comprehensive. I used one called StarWarsReadingOrder.com, which is more comprehensive than Wikipedia's timeline for Legends Media, but it's also not like broken down into chapter by chapter. Like it's not that extreme as Joe Bongiorno's timeline, but it's not as simple as Wikipedia's or dead wrong. It's in between.
Yeah. No, like one of them that I kind of consider canon to the EU, even though it's listed as not. I forgot the name is escaping me, but it's about this Sith Lord who has an apprentice.
Heart
And
of
they
Darkness.
I think it's Heart of Darkness. Anyway, he travels to a planet with his apprentice, and the apprentice is kind of weak, compassionate because he's not very Sith-like. He shows mercy to a slave girl that's on the planet,
And the slave girl kills him and takes his place.
yeah, she pushes him off the ledge, and he goes, "Well, come on, you're my new apprentice now. You're more Sith than he was."
I read that one because that one was in the timeline from the website I mentioned, and it makes sense.
It's not in it's not in the it's not in Bongiorno's timeline, and in my opinion, it really should be because it's a crying shame that George R. Binks is more canon than that is.
That one I don't see anything that would say it isn't. It's kind of a self-contained story in the right era though that it would fit.
I just see it as two Sith Lords as part of the rule of two continuing the tradition. And he saw one that was weak and one that was strong, and he's like, okay, you're going to continue the tradition.
So does that mean if we get a Sith lineage in Supernatural Encounters that Joe Bongiorno writes from Bane down to like the Plagueis Sidious, if he
that would be
wrote
interesting.
Sith lineage in Supernatural Encounters, would he include those characters since he doesn't consider them canon? Because I didn't.
I really couldn't tell you. I just remember, and keep in mind, Bongiorno also keeps stuff that's like really early related to Disney canon, like a little bit of Rebels and a little bit of like the first Thrawn novel. From what I can remember, he actually added early stuff to his timeline, but like just the really early stuff, the type of stuff that you could probably fit into the EU.
Like Heir to the Force or the Tarkin novel.
Yeah, maybe the Tarkin novel. I think the Tarkin novel was there. Which one was Heir to the Force? I can't remember.
That was the Luke Skywalker centered one. It was going to be the third of the Empire and Rebellion series with Razor's Edge and Honor Among Thieves.
Yeah, I don't think that one was there, but I could check again to make sure.
I've got to say, I'm not a big fan of the idea of Rebels being considered part of the old timeline. Personally,
I don't count it either.
I don't like Rebels. It was abysmal.
I like Rebels. I enjoy it. Like I actually really enjoyed it purely because of it. It's one of those, even if it's got like issues and errors and is a bit more kiddie, it gets a lot of the Star Wars messages right. It's probably one of the only Disney products that does that so far.
For kiddie wise, for Star Wars content, I'm not judging it based on that because I am a huge fan of the Ewoks and Droids cartoon and all the related tie-in material to it. I think that's all excellent. I just Rebels characters and the storylines I just didn't enjoy. Um, the EU in that era is so solid, in my opinion, and the show just didn't live up to what that era was in the books that were written around that time period.
Yeah.
For me personally.
You know, I get that, and even my view, because Rebels was my initial introduction to Thrawn. And I'm like, oh, this guy's really smart. And then
Wow.
and then I went through the Thrawn trilogy, and I'm like, okay, I can see a big difference in the intellect here. The biggest difference in the intellect is that Thrawn in the trilogy is an intimidating threat on his own. And again, this is after some time had come to consider. And again, anytime Zahn is doing Thrawn, like from the novel, I feel like he's doing it really good. When Filoni does it, though, it feels like the other characters are being dumbed down to make Thrawn look smarter. That's just my thought on it. Is like it feels to me like the other characters are being really dumbed down so that Thrawn looks smarter. And I don't get that with the original Thrawn trilogy. I get like, oh, he sent like at least 2 or 3 packs of like Nogri after Han and Leia, and after like the second or third try, he realizes, okay, Nogri aren't working. He's a guy who actually learned from his mistakes.
Yeah, a lot of people say that they really love Rebels season 3 and 4, and that they only really like seasons 1 and 2. So like they like season 3 and 4 better. I like Rebels. I like all of it because I don't consider it part of the expanded universe at all. So
you consider it part of Disney canon, which makes sense.
And I just take it for what it is, and it's probably my favorite thing in the Disney canon, and I don't like seasons 3 and 4 specifically because of Thrawn. I like seasons 1 and 2 a lot more, and I like the crew of the Ghost. Like I think it's a great dynamic. I like Kanan as a character.
I still felt like the strongest character in that series was Hera. Oh, and Kallus was really underrated.
I like Kallus' character arc. It's really good.
No, his arc is one that actually needed more screen time.
Yeah.
But tomato. The one thing I will give credit for, at least for the first time, maybe not so much the second time, is that like anytime Thrawn lost in the last couple seasons of Rebels, it was always something he didn't expect, which would work in character, because let's face it, are you actually going to expect angry cloud yak or space whales?
No, that's fair.
Well, I'm lost. I'm at the string part, and I don't understand it at all.
Still don't know where the string goes?
Well, I don't know how it fits. I don't know how to put this in here. Unless, wait.
Is it meant to be a tow cable?
Here we go.
I'm gonna have to head out now, Lance. Happy birthday! Thanks for having me on. Good luck with
Thanks, Quinlan.
your Legos.
Thanks for joining, of course. Have a good night.
Later,
Hey,
Quinn.
you as well.
Take care, Brennan.
See ya.
I hope I'm not doing this wrong.
You'll figure it out. You're young.
Hey, I'm dumb too.
I doubt it, because you're a fan of the expanded universe.
Shut up.
Hey, you're young. You're growing in experience. Don't knock yourself.
Lance, earlier in the stream, you talked about the scratch marks that you made on your desk out of boredom. What the hell, man?
I, don't judge me.
Okay, I'll try not to.
I had a knife. I have pocket knives. I like pocket knives. So I just striped away. Anyway, I promise I'm not a serial killer.
I mean, there's physical evidence that suggests otherwise right in front of me, but that's cool.
I almost imagine what you just said, but like in a Christopher Walken tone. I promise, I'm not a serial killer.
Well, I have it kind of on here. I don't know if it's right, but whatever.
Hey, Nazo, how's your chat going on Twitter? I think you created like a chat room for people to talk about, right? Like canon.
Oh, that's actually going pretty well. I'm actually surprisingly keeping it civil between Disney and EU fans and.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering, if people are behaving themselves. I want to join. I just, between that and fighting trolls, I just don't know that I have the time. So,
well, for the most part with that, I primarily just share stuff like from general Star Wars, some Disney, some EU. I actually had to save the images that Wikipedia has been, because Wikipedia has been talking about like some Legends expanded universe stuff. And I actually had to save the images that they brought up, because even some of the fans of the Disney era that are in there are blocked by them.
Really?
So I had to add the images for them.
Wait, they're blocked by Wikipedia?
Yeah. So someone I know there, Michael Graves, I believe. No, not Michael Graves. I'd have to look up his name for a sec. Yeah, Michael P. Singer is in there, and he by Wikipedia.
Wow. There was one time I got into it in a Wikipedia Twitter comment thread. I forget what it was. They posted something like in 28 ABY, Kylo Ren, turns to the dark side, and Luke's Jedi Temple and Ossus gets destroyed. And then in the comment I wrote, meanwhile in 28 ABY in another universe, I forget what it was, like the Galactic Federation of Free Alliances is formed. Jason Solo, gets captured and tortured on Coruscant, and someone responded. Wikipedia, they didn't say anything, the guys who run that Twitter page, but someone responded to it and was all like, "Bro, that's not canon. Move on with your life, bro."
What the hell?
We got into it because I said meanwhile in the original timeline. That's what they took issue with.
Oh.
They said it was provocative for me to use the term original timeline, and I'm like, well, I mean, I didn't mean for
it was the original timeline, though.
It's literally, it was the original timeline, and they took a lot of issue. They said that I should have used the term alternate timeline. I was like, why are you policing my words? Just let me.
Well, it is an alternate timeline, but it is also the original timeline.
Right.
Although if we are being fair, the original timeline should be considered George's 6 movies, but
that's exactly right. Yeah. I mean, yeah. I'm not going to say otherwise, but I like I said, like you just said, I think I told him both are applicable here, and the guy just got so angry at me, and then like 2 weeks later he liked one of my tweets. It was so surreal. So
yeah, maybe he had some growing up to do. I don't know. Did Wikipedia block you or something?
No, not at all. But that's the thing, is like, I thought like after something like that, maybe they would have been a little unimpressed that I had caused some controversy in their comments and blocked me. But
it might have been because you remained civil or something. Because me, I intentionally do not stir up shit with people. Like I know Lance has fun with it, and I know even OG and Stig have fun with that. And Stig, I don't know. I have my issues with the guy because he's kind of a dick. But at the end of the day, some of the stuff, like, I can't deny some of the stuff what he says is right. I just
Of course.
wish he
yeah.
wasn't as much of a dick about it.
Yeah, no, I hear that.
I'm like, you can be right and not be a dick. It's
yeah, he can be a little
that-
ruthless at times for sure.
oh no, he can be, and I know a
Yeah.
lot. Even people in the chat don't like him. My buddy CT, he's a big TCW fan, and he does not like Stig, and I absolutely understand why.
Yeah. I don't know if you saw my comment earlier. I said you're the nicest person on Twitter.
Which comment?
I made it in the chat, in the live chat earlier. I said you were the nicest person on Twitter.
I'm the nicest person on Twitter.
no. Oh, you are?
Not even close.
Lance, I don't know if you heard it's abusive to quote tweet people, so you got to stop doing it, man.
Oh my god.
No. If you want to know someone who I consider the nicest, like, there's two people I consider like the nicest people on Twitter, like way nicer than I am. One of them is my buddy Padawan of Christ, and another one is Miriam Skywalker.
Yeah, you're right. Miriam
They
Skywalker.
are literally like the nicest people I know on Twitter. I hang out with like a mixed bag crowd. Some people are just kind of off. Some people are just funny or snarky or cynical. They are unironically nice people.
Yeah, Max here in the comments. She says she's the nicest person on Twitter. She doesn't get into any trouble. That's true, Max. You as well. There's the holy trinity of nice people on Twitter is Max, Miriam Skywalker, and Padawan of Christ. So,
wait, I do not follow Max, but maybe I should. Send me like your Twitter. Yeah, Maxine. Okay, Maxine. Yeah, send me whatever you are on Twitter.
yeah, but I'm impressed how you don't get into it. I mean, I don't get into it nearly as much as OG or Stig or Lance.
I used to get into it.
Yeah.
But believe it or not, Matt Wilkins is one of the people that changed my view on that. I'm like,
right.
This guy loves the EU. He doesn't really like unless he. I know he used to, but nowadays he doesn't really get into any sort of like pissing matches when it comes to Star Wars canon or continuity or whatever. Like he brings up continuity stuff, which is fine. It makes sense, and people don't like it. Even that recent Fandom Menace controversy made me laugh my ass off. I'm like, really, Matt? He's like one of the nicest guy on YouTube. Like,
yeah, it was really funny. Yeah, I can't help it. Sometimes I get snarky just because the level of ignorance that I see from people, and in my job I don't argue as much as I used to, so I have to get my outlet somewhere, and Twitter has been.
I get it. I get that some people kind of need that start. Even my buddy Netcat, he can be snarky as hell, and he actually had a falling out with my friend Joe because of that. Because of how brutally honest he can be sometimes. But when it comes to me, I'm like, a lot of the arguments just seem really fucking pointless to me. I'm like, let people enjoy this, let people enjoy that. Stop getting at each other's throats. I'm like, I keep saying, and I've said it before, I'm like, you realize, like, Disney canon fans and EU fans can actually, like, help each other, right? Like, Disney fans working with EU fans could actually get the EU, reestablished fully as an alternate timeline that Disney can't ignore because they have to listen to the consumers, whether they like it or not. So they could help that, and vice versa. For the ones that are interested in it, that do care about it, Expanded Universe fans can help Disney fans demand better. Like, demand better content, demand a tighter continuity with less errors.
Yeah.
Like, I kind of, like, I feel bad for Disney fans, because at the same time, like, for the ones that, like, unironically enjoy something, they don't really care about continuity like other folks do.
That's right.
Like, I'm happy for them. I'm glad that they can still be happy, even like liking some of the Disney stuff. I'm again unironically happy for them. I wish I could join them in some level, but I just can't. But another thing though is like, well, I'm sorry, my tangent just went completely off. I lost my train of thought there.
No, it's all good, man. I partake in the Disney canon as well, but I don't tweet about it usually or at all, just because my Twitter is solely focused on promoting and protecting the expanded universe. That's what I've decided to do. So you'll never.
I promote what I love about it. I don't get into. Although anybody who says it is kind of a hot button issue for me, anybody that says it's not canon, I'm like, you can go to Lance's like thread that he's got at the very top of his Twitter page and realize that you're spouting bullshit, right?
Right. I just think that there are enough people on Twitter that are promoting the Disney stuff. They don't need any more promotion. So I'm going to focus all my efforts and time on promoting the expanded universe, regardless of how I might feel about Disney. Right. So
well, here's something I noticed. There are people promoting Disney Can, but like because Andor is taking its time with its show, it's not it's not like something like Dave Filoni would create where he's pulling cameos out of his ass like every 5 minutes.
Right.
But because it's like more of a slow burn, a bit more of an interesting show as compared to Book of Boba Fett and Mandalorian, which is really more like action adventure style, and is full of like unnecessary cameos here and there.
Yeah.
It's not creating as much controversy on Twitter. So what do the controversy people have to do, because Andor's not really creating any like racial divides or whatever?
That's right. Like
they have to let's shit on the EU. That'll get controversy stirring. I'm like, because none of this happened during like not like it happened, but it wasn't like a major thing that was popping up in my feed every 5 minutes.
Yeah. Annihilus is in the chat, and he is saying some things that resonate with me.
Oh, Annihilus? That's another one of my friends.
Yeah.
Anika. I call beloved ones Mando terms. So.
Oh, Mando. That's cool. Yeah. I one thing in particular that I think resonates with me is the author attitudes, which Lance and I have talked about before on stream, specifically Daniel Jose Older, I think being somewhat.
Oh yeah, no, he's Older is pulling shit out of his ass. Like, no joke. When he said like this man is wanted in connection with January 6th, I literally posted the dying Witch King dies of cringe at the side of that. I'm like, why? Don't bring up Chuck Wendig at this point. He's not even there anymore.
Yeah. But just some of the authors, like I follow Kevin Scott on Twitter, and I find he's a funny guy, and I know some of the other people in the.
He's like the least problematic author among them. He doesn't he doesn't stir up shit constantly.
Yeah. More like Chuck Wendig. Yeah, that's good. He's definitely. I was actually pulling up Chuck Wendig's tweets from the past the other day because I'm part of Noah's server, Quality Autism, and we were talking about Chuck Wendig, and that guy just stream of consciousness. Sometimes someone better take his phone away from him.
Jeez. Yeah, no, like Lucasfilm already fired him, and I'm actually glad that they did. It was like the most sane decision they ever made. Was firing Chuck Wendig.
Yeah, so I mean, I get what Annihilus is saying, and
no, I get it too, but like that's part of the reason I created that Star Wars chat, was just like, hey, let's all just love Alan Dean Foster still deserves his royalties. Damn it! I think they actually did. They pay him?
Yeah, they did.
Okay.
Eventually.
Yeah. No, that would still be pissing me off if they didn't pay off Alan, because he's been with it like probably one of the first authors, been with George the longest, and deserves the pay.
He's making an AT-AT walker or AT-AT walker.
Trying to, but this damn string is pissing me off.
Timothy Zahn is still cool despite some of the EU fans turning against him.
Yeah, I have my issues with Timothy Zahn. I just think that he doesn't like to play nice, and that's become so apparent to me the more I delve into the expanding universe. But I mean, I won't deny it. I still love the Thrawn trilogy. So
Oh
you know,
no, of course. You can love the writing, but still dislike the author. Like I know, like from what I heard from Matt Wilkins from his old videos, that he seemed to have a beef with like Michael Stackpole for a time and Kevin J. Anderson, and I'm like, are you shitting me, dude?
definitely Kevin J. Anderson. I'm not sure about Michael Stackpole. I think him
Well,
and
no,
Zahn.
he did have a beef against Stackpole until he worked with him.
Oh, I see. Okay, yeah.
And yeah, after that, like him and Stackpole were like buddy buddy. But like particularly with Zahn, he kind of had that young author attitude where like he made like the books that revitalized Star Wars, so therefore his shit don't stink.
That's right. Yeah. Um, I'm a huge fan of Dark Empire, and I'm a huge fan of the Thrawn trilogy, and I think that there's room for both in the expanded universe. But Timothy Zahn does not agree with me. So
I like Dark Empire too. I mean that. Huh?
I don't like Zahn. At least nowadays, I don't.
yeah, I'm ambivalent towards him. I would say. The authors that I like are Kevin J. Anderson, obviously, is one of my favorites. James Luceno, Matt Stover, Drew Karpyshyn.
Well, I don't like Zahn anymore because he went from back in the day. He would say, "Oh yeah, there'll never be a reboot," and now he defends the reboot.
Yep. Yeah. No. There's. But again, again, going from Matt Wilkins' point, he's like, I understand why he went this route. He says like he wants his job, he wants to work. He's not going to say anything that would contradict the company at this point. So
right, but if he truly cared about Star Wars and he truly cared about his work, he wouldn't have done that. He would not have stayed with Disney. He would not have. He did not have to write those books. He was asked to write those books by Disney. So
yeah,
I just don't like.
True enough.
Zahn did not have to do that.
I mean,
because it's the money. The money's there. That's all he cares about.
I think Matt Stover and Drew Karpyshyn have both gone on Twitter saying like if Disney gave them a book deal, like they'd jump at it, right? To write for Star Wars.
They would actually write good
They've
books.
Never said that the EU would never be rebooted. They've never said that.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
That's okay. I see. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, this is nothing against like him as a person in the world. I'm sure he's perfectly pleasant, like a nihilist says. And like I said, I'm ambivalent towards Tim Zahn, but I love his expanded universe work. I haven't read all of it, but I mean, like Outbound Flight, the Thrawn trilogy, the duology, all that stuff, I'm good with. So.
I love his.
No, that makes sense.
I love his books, but his books got me to the EU. But
yep.
I just don't like him no more.
Yeah. So Annihilus says that the EU respects the OT and the PT. Discanon wants to destroy it. I feel that way specifically with the sequel trilogy. There's a guy on Twitter, J-Core. I'm sure we all follow him and he follows us. But he has this hashtag that he uses that all roads lead to The Last Jedi. And
oh yeah,
like that's the thing. It's like I can't get hyped about Luke in The Mandalorian or in what was the other one, Book of Boba Fett, because even though they're or in Shadows of the Sith, which is one of the newer novels that came out, because even though they're portraying him in a way that sort of more aligns with what I think, not just the expanded universe version, but what I think Luke Skywalker should be after Return of the Jedi, it all sort of ends up in The Last Jedi and Rise of Skywalker, and I can't abide that. I don't.
Well, I got excited. I got excited about The Mandalorian, but I did remind myself that when you get to TLJ, it's just going to get worse from there. But to me, the downgrade actually started for it. Believe it or not, in Book of Boba Fett, because of how Luke was acting in Book of Boba Fett. How he acted in Book of Boba Fett was like, yeah, they're really going in this shitty direction.
Oh, because of the choice that he gave to Grogu?
Precisely the choice that he gave to Grogu.
Yeah, I've heard that before, and I agree with that.
In my opinion, it's very hypocritical of Luke to say you must choose between your current dad figure and being a Jedi. Proceeds to also have a sister and brother-in-law and a nephew of his own, therefore having some family connection. It's okay for him to have family, but not Grogu.
Right. Well, I mean, in Shadows of the Sith, he specifically forbids Ben from calling him Uncle Luke,
Oh my god, that's so fucking retarded.
and it's just like, well, poor this poor kid. No wonder he turned to the dark side.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I haven't read the Young Jedi Knights book. I think I read the first one years ago when I was a kid. But I'm pretty sure they all called him Uncle Luke.
Yeah.
Yep, they did.
And he did not correct them, saying, it's Master Skywalker, kids. Luke wouldn't be a dick like that.
No, exactly, and that's how I feel about it too. I don't know. Anyways, it's Annihilus has a joke here in the comments. He says, "What would a Mandalorian comedian be called?" A Mandalorian.
Din Djarin.
Yeah, Din Djarin. Yeah,
I'm just kidding. Din Djarin's one of the better Disney characters. Disney Star Wars characters.
Din Djarin still got nothing on Calbur.
Oh yeah.
who?
Cal Skirata.
Oh, Kalskar. Oh, from the Coruscant.
Ultimate Man, not Coruscant Knight, Republic Commando novels.
Republic Commando. That's right. Yeah,
Yeah.
sorry. I was talking
Papa-
about him last night with Brennan.
No, Papa Cal is still the OG Mando dad, in my opinion.
This
It actually
stupid thing.
it didn't bother me before, but it actually kind of bothers me that Din doesn't use Mandalorian terms, especially when addressing Grogu. Should literally start calling him Groika at this point.
Yeah. The Mandalorian terms, were they? I don't know. I don't know this, so I'm wondering if anyone else does. Were they mainly created by Karen Travis? Because I think Filoni and Travis they don't like each other. It's what I've heard. So
They were from what I've come to understand, they originally worked well together until he started doing his version of the Mandalorians, which was the pass.
that's right.
And then that's when the big falling out came in, because she did the novel. She actually did the novelization of his movie, the cartoon one.
That's right. The Clone Wars. Yeah, that is a book that I don't think they've reprinted. Like I've only found it available on hardback.
Yeah, no, it's to be honest with you, even Matt Wilkins is like, yeah, other than like a few references to the EU, this is literally just the movie to a T.
That movie wasn't really all that good, I thought.
Maybe not animation quality wise or story wise, but it was a good start to the series, I guess. And again, I'm actually someone who enjoys the series. I think it's a good series.
For sure.
But like at the same time, I fully acknowledge that it contradicts the EU. It doesn't really have a place in there beyond like maybe an alternate timeline.
That's right. Yeah, I headcanon out in the same way that you do. And I'm probably going to use what you just suggested earlier today about how to sort of deal with it.
Well, I back in the day, I had like a Twitter thread of like the multiverse of canon.
Yeah, I know you've been pushing for the multiverse and on Twitter, and I like it. I'm all for it because that's a.
What do you mean by multiverse?
It's a term that people understand, right? Like consumers understand because of Marvel. But yeah, why don't you go ahead and explain what you mean by that?
Well, multiverse is basically all right. So the true Star Wars universe, based on my multiverse system, the number one at the top is George Lucas's Star Wars, which is his 6 films. There's also and the way you can work it out, there's also other types of canon. It's kind of like the tier list canon system, but on a much larger scale. Like again, George Lucas's 6 films, that's Lucas canon. There's the Disney official canon, which is everything produced by Disney plus TCW plus the 6 Lucasfilms. There's the expanded universe canon, which is everything for the expanded universe plus Lucas's films. TCW, however, is thrown into secondary canon status as like cop noir or in-universe fiction or an alternate timeline. In which case, there is another multiverse, or not. There is another universe which would be the one TCW is in, separate from like Disney canon, except for maybe like I don't know, like the first 2 seasons of Rebels to cap off Ahsoka's story or something like that. And you can either to end Maul's story arc, you can either do the scene from the 3rd season of Rebels, or you can do the visionary one-off comic Old Wounds.
Yeah,
And that's part of the whole TCW canon. You know, you can include stuff like Maul, Son of Dathomir, Dark Disciple, maybe even some of the side comics, even if they don't fully make sense. And then after that, you've got stuff like the Infinities stuff, and then George Lucas's The Star Wars. You know, those basically those non-canon universe stuff, as well as like, you know, alternate endings to video games, dark side endings, that sort of. Again, it's like the hierarchy of canon, but just on a bigger scale.
Okay, that's what I'm making sure of, because if you're talking about like a Marvel multiverse and Star Wars, no. That would be, I would puke if Star Wars ever became what Marvel is in terms of the multiverse.
Well, it's a multiverse, but it's a multiverse that's not necessarily connected. The only one I would consider connecting to the EU would be TCW as like an alternate universe where the father pulled in Anakin, Ahsoka, and Obi-Wan from like thousands of or billions of years ago, or whatever, however far back the father existed. that would literally be like you don't have to connect Disney canon or the Star Wars or Infinities. Those can all be separate universes that don't connect with the main expanded universe or with Disney canon or with George's 6 films.
I mean, I guess we'll have to see what Supernatural Encounters says about the Mortis gods, Mortis or whatever they call themselves, because those specific stories in the Clone Wars are part of Joe Bongiorno's suggested reading list. So I guess we'll have to see how they tie in.
I bet
if anybody can make
with that.
Huh?
I bet Wilkins is having a great time having to go watch that stuff again.
Speaking of Will,
no.
he's streaming right now on your birthday, Lance.
Go yell at him.
He's come on my stream. He's come raid my stream. Go tell him to raid my stream.
He's doing his Q&A right now.
I'll hop over in the comments of that one and tell him it's Lance's birthday right now.
Yeah.
Go do that, please.
Yeah.
Tell him to come raid the stream.
Make him feel guilty.
Yeah, he may actually feel guilty, so I don't know if we should do that. But like, tell him it's Lance's birthday. Go raid his stream. Just tell him that. I don't think he'll feel bad. Maybe he's already planning to raid my stream. Who knows?
Or he's just stealing viewers from you.
Or that. That's probably why I don't have a whole lot of viewers in. Because I had like 8 or 9 people in. And they're not here anymore.
I love how you have more viewers for this than playing SWOTOR.
That's what I don't understand. I'm building a freaking Lego set.
I know, SWOTOR's at least a little more dynamic. There's some dialogue in there, cutscenes.
And this expanded universe, I'm just building an ATST. Looky there. It's starting to look real good.
It's looking pretty good so far. It's finally taking shape. I see a nihilist says, the Star Trek Kelvin timeline versus the Prime timeline, completely separate, never intersecting, except for that one time when Spock goes through the wormhole and ends up in the Kelvin timeline.
He says, he says happy birthday. He says, he's like, normally I wouldn't, stream on somebody else's night, but this is like the only night I could get.
Oh no, tell him I'm not offended at all. I have no problem with him streaming right now.
Yeah.
Oh, this stupid thing.
Matt loves Lance, so it wasn't intentional. What's that thing at the top? Looks like a circle. Sort of like a
Circle.
no. On your Lego set. I'm just trying to look and see.
What, like the gear?
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm looking at.
It's
like the Kelvin timeline to the Prime timeline in Star Trek, completely separate, never intersect. Makes sense.
I'm getting sick and tired of this string.
Because of us or the Legos? It's okay if it's because of us. I won't get offended. I know I'm annoying.
String.
He said
Not
string, not stream.
Oh, okay. I thought. Sorry, I couldn't tell if it was stream or string. That's cool.
The string is because y'all remember from Empire when Luke grapple hooked to the ATST or the AT-AT.
So it is. Yeah, it is a tow cable. That's what I thought.
Well, it's not really it's not a tow cable. It's like a grappling gun. Remember when Luke used?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he just had like a portable harpoon and tow cable, or maybe it might have been a grappling, like something similar to what they used on Naboo.
I mean, I guess it could be considered like a tow cable.
Well, it might be considered a tow cable because like once you attach it, they have like a button that pulls you like straight up.
Yeah.
Just like that, it would release. So I guess maybe it would. It depending on how you look at it, it'd be considered a tow cable. You traitor, Alex. Matt's on. I'm sorry.
No. He just said in Matt's live chat, that he's heading back to the birthday boy.
I'm back. Okay.
Hell yeah.
Okay. He has chosen the correct stream.
Oh Lord, this string, it's pissing me off.
Oh damn.
That looks way too complicated for even an 18-year-old, for even someone of my age to figure out. So,
I mean, I don't even plan on playing with this. I am 18 years old after all. So I'm just gonna not worry about it.
It'll come to you later. No hurry.
that's right. Look at Alex. What a Chad. What a loyal Chad.
Alex is a loyal Chad, loyalist.
Yeah. Well, look, here's Titus. Hey, man. I enjoyed your stream the other day.
Happy birthday, Lance.
Yeah, Blue Pig's been asking me to do a stream, and I keep telling him I have nothing really relevant to talk about, so I'm just happy to kind of latch onto other people's streams like a parasite. If I had something to talk about, then I would do a stream, but there's really nothing going on right now.
Well, define if you had something to talk about. Like, what would you talk about?
Well, that's exactly it, right? Like, I was on a stream last night with Brennan. He was ranking his, expanded universe novels from sort of first to last, and that's fine because I could provide commentary on that. But I haven't really turned my mind to what my ranking would be, so it wouldn't make sense for me to do a stream like that. Or, any knowledge about the expanding universe has already been covered by people like Alex or Wilkins or whomever. So there's no real avenue for me to do anything there. And you got the collector's side with Chris Nelson.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean you can't still find stuff to talk about.
Here, Alex says, Jedi Prince Marcel, just read the fan fictions of Noah out loud. You know what? Maybe I will. Maybe I will. And I can do
That sounds
my
great.
voices and stuff.
Provide
Like
some audiobooks.
oh, Alex is asking you to resend the link, Lance, so that he can join. Slav, what's up, man?
What's up, Slav?
Oh, Slav's here.
He is.
Poor Slav. He's a huge proponent of the expanding universe, and I think people give him crap sometimes because he likes the Clone Wars, which I think like that's.
Oh, I absolutely love that he sent all those links
Yeah, people should
the
love
other day.
Yeah, those links I retweeted. What Slav did to describe to people who might be watching the stream is he tweeted out basically a list of all the audiobooks that are unabridged, as well as the ones and I think like resources like YJK audiobooks that have been doing the text to speech audiobooks for some of the stuff. And that kind of stuff. So I mean, really great resources for people to learn more about the expanded universe, and so that was really great.
I think I actually shared those to the Star Wars group chat I made. So
That's awesome, good for you. And Chris Nelson says we need you representing the Canadian EU fandom on YouTube, Marcel. Yeah, I guess so. I don't know many other people in my circles who like the expanded universe. Like family and friends have to like it by default because I won't shut up about it. But I got my wife to read like the first 2 books of the Thrawn trilogy.
Hey,
hey, the only person I can really like most other people that I know aren't super into it. Like I've been getting people into the EU. I got Miriam to kind of start her bit. She's starting to get into it. I've gotten my buddy Padawan Christ to actually buy a few Star Wars comics based on my recommendation. He got KOTOR, Legacy, and most of the volumes for the Epic collections for the multimedia project Clone Wars.
Yeah.
So he got all those on my recommendation. He loved them. But the only person who I can kind of really share the expanded universe with so far is my dad.
That's awesome.
your
But
cat?
Him and I have been doing like Star Wars audiobooks, even if they're just like the abridged versions that don't have as many details. We're loving just like listening together, and we're actually on the Jedi Academy trilogy.
I just reread that myself. Hey, Lance, you might have someone who's trying to join. I think Titus is backstage.
Slav, Titus.
How many people? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If anyone
Hello.
wants to join.
Hello. Is everything okay?
Nah, I
As
gotta
far
go
as I'm
check it.
aware.
I mean, like in regards to my audio.
Oh, yeah, that's good.
All right, because I'm on my phone right now, and I don't think I'm gonna stick around long because my phone's about to die. I've explained before that my complications with StreamYard that for some reason it won't let me stream on my computer anymore, so I've been reduced to using my phone to stream.
I've been doing phone this entire time.
Well,
Do I sound okay?
Sounds fine.
I just worry that one of my wireless headphones is gonna give out. I actually had to do kind of like a quick switcheroo.
It may be a possibility.
I refused to use the phone after last time. Like within, I think the last 10 minutes of a stream, I was just getting feedback from Lance's chill music, and it was feeding back into the stream.
That sounds awful.
Yeah.
Yeah, was that? It sounded like a cell phone, didn't it?
Yeah, it did.
Well, guys, I gotta go take a pee break real quick, and then I think I'll build. I probably should actually end the stream though, because I have homework to do, and it's almost 10 o'clock.
Can we sing you happy birthday?
Before you end the stream, I have to say something. So I went into this game store today, right? And I looked, and they had like a bunch of those comic packs, like the 2 figures, the comic in the back. Do you know what I'm talking about? All right. So They had a bunch of them for Republic. They had a Battle of Jabim. One was Anakin, an assassin droid. One with
Holy crap.
Ventress and Toll Score, I think his name. And one was Quinlan Voss and Villy.
Yeah.
But they were super expensive. Like they're $55 each. It was madness. But
For
I did
individual
think it's-
issues? Damn.
Yeah, not for the issues, but like the comic pack, because like it was
Oh.
way back when, whereas like you get two figures and a comic included in the back. But
Oh,
I did
those
not
things,
leave
okay.
empty-handed. Yeah,
Those things go for big money online,
Yep.
man. Especially the
Which
legacy
one did you leave with?
I did not leave with a comic pack, but I left with this. This was it.
Who's the?
Is it clear?
Is that
Oh,
the-
is
wait.
that Grievous?
It's Grievous before the cybernetics. Qui
Hey,
Main, Jai.
Put it back up. Yeah, there we go. Yeah. Okay.
nice.
Oh, okay, his original body.
Qui Main, Jai, Shilal. That's him.
Ages 4+. Amazing. I can play with it.
That's fantastic.
Also, they had what's this called? The cassette tapes of the Thrawn trilogy there, but they were not for sale. It was Last Command, and
They were just there.
yeah, they were just there.
Classic cassettes. Damn.
I have screenshots of them, but they just sadly they weren't for sale.
Honestly, before Lance ends this stream, I just want all of us to sing him happy birthday.
Yeah, let's do it.
Oh god.
Sorry, man, it's got to happen.
On the count of 3.
Happy. Oh,
Oh, shit. Sorry. 3,
1.
2.
Oh. Go ahead,
Are
Mark.
you already
Okay,
singing?
let's try again. 3, 2, 1.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
Happy
Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you.
Nazo, that was hilarious. That was Nazo's mic doing that.
Terribly offbeat.
I'm so sorry.
That was hilarious. Somebody clip that.
Oh,
Somebody
please do. Please embarrass me.
clip me.
Take care, Nyla.
Y'all have a good night. And I know y'all kind of came in late, Titus and Slav, but I got
It's okay.
I
It's
was
cool, man.
Have a good night, Lance. Happy birthday.
Education comes first.
Take care,
I'm
everybody.
off tomorrow, so I may come on tomorrow.
All
Or I
right.
may go live tomorrow because I'm off. So anyway, y'all have a
Cheers.
good night. Everybody in chat, thanks for joining. Alex, whoever else was in chat, Nihilus, Chris was here. Chris Nelson, what's up? So y'all have a great night.
You too, man. Have a good night.